Welcome back, Who Crew. We are degenning out. We're degenning out hard. BBM. I said it wouldn't be filled till tomorrow. And there was a chance of it overlaying. It almost looks like that's true. I was saying I think it runs into definitely Wednesday night, possibly Thursday. Kind of looks like that's going to happen. Sprint almost 60% filled. It's probably going to get to 75 or something. But right now, I'm going to smash a puppy, and I'm going to join in 10 seconds. And welcome, everybody. Welcome, Tyler. Welcome, Eric Sandy. Yeah, it's in the options. I've just never clicked it. I wasn't sure exactly how it worked out. I was playing with it. We are waiting on 5. Waiting on 5. Maybe not. Who knows? I kind of think it happens in the next 24 to 48 hours. I could see it happening like an hour before the first NFL game, just for the Browns to like try to take over the news, because teams like to do that kind of stuff. They want to be, but I don't know. I'm sure they're talking with Goodell about, or with the league about what's going to happen when he signs, like exemplis, stuff like that. So we got the 107. Every time I'm at the 107, CMC goes ahead. So I don't have a lot of CMC this year, but I'm like 5 to 6%. Have Samson started to think I'm out on this backfield? I said we are in a puppy 2 right now, or puppy 4, not a puppy 2. That was months ago. What's up, Bones? Yeah, as soon as the Judkins stuff really came up and Samson got pushed way up the board, I had like 17% Samson and big board. Or I know these are different contests, but just like Bill, I just think they're all moving up the board too much. Like it's not like the Browns offense is going to be a powerhouse. I think they're going to be a better team than most people do. I don't know if I'm going to do any BBMs, but I'm definitely going to try to fire a sprint. Like I'm going to do more sprints and the DK Millie, because the DK Millie is definitely going to overlay. It's at what's it at? Let me look real quick. I would take either one of these. Hey, we get a CMC share. That feels good. So I do not like. There we go. I'm looking at it on another plate on the other tab. It's 822K of 888K full. So it's definitely going to overlay. I'm not going to max it. I've got like 30 of them in. I'm planning to get to like 50. I've got 29. So I need to do like 20 more of them. I don't really know. I just kind of let the first couple of rounds fall to me. I'll look at this every once in a while and see if there's like a unique thing. Like I seen that I hadn't got Taylor the other day. These exposures are from like a week ago. I know I've intentionally got the JT thing since then. So I don't know what I just done there. Definitely changed everything around. Okay. Oh, I see. Did I move that? All right, we'll take Bowers. I'm fine with that. I was too busy playing around with the tool. just drafting that off my rankings. I'm fine with that. I should have probably taken H-Hand, but I like CMC plus Bowers. You gonna get to 30? I don't even know how many I've done. I've only done 16, and all but and 10 of them were streamed with other people. So 10 of them are, and then the one with you last night. So that's all I'm going to do. I've been just hammering this lower dollar contest and the better EV structures this year. And sprint, yeah, it's harder to I think the sweat of the sprint would be a lot more fun as well, because the 1 of 13, 1 of 16 just isn't it for me. The DK Millie, it's 1 of 12, 1 of 12, but it's 1,000-person final, so the finals is bigger. So, I never got an actual answer on it, but I'm 99% sure of what the actual problem was. It kept saying network error, but every other site worked. I'm fairly certain that my ISP was having some lag issues, and it was intermittent. And I don't take very much Chiron at all. I'm just going to do that here. I know for a fact I don't have a CMC with Chiron team, so we'll do that, and we'll call that good. And I'm assuming that Underdog just requires more pinging to keep connection, and it kept kicking me out or something like that, because the other sites work just fine, like the geolocation stuff. And I feel like the geolocation stuff wasn't working properly on the Underdog app because my ISP was weird, being laggy, essentially. So I don't think it was anything with Underdog. I cleared the cache. It didn't work immediately, but then it started working sort of after that as well. But it would still kick me out here and there. So I don't know it, but since I rebooted a couple times, but whatever I did, now it's working reasonably well. So we are doing that. I also looked up my sprint exposures because I've done most of them over the last couple days. I have some stands. I got 40% Xavier Worthy right now in that. So I need to do more, and I need to not take those players. You see that Alec Iomanner was wide receiver 2 on the depth chart. While we're here, let's just go look at our lads. I've seen a whole bunch of the rookies are now number 2, stuff like that. So we'll share this tab. No. Okay. We are done. We're not doing that anymore. We're back to here. I'll look it up on Mozilla because Mozilla is the better client. My last BBM, I got Judkins 168. Feels great to get him at his bottom. Probably going to look like a steal. Yeah, the last 2 days, I've actually started clicking Judkins a lot. I've actually done the double tap Judkins Sampson on the turn at 150. Because Sampson is he's now the number 2. Maybe always was the number 2. Who knows what was going on with that? But man, I think adding Brees to this is just fun, isn't it? Okay. It would have been fun. I don't get to him a lot. but that's because I have him rated around here, and I do have him rated above DK. So depth chart Titans. So is Van Jefferson ahead of him? I assume. I think the funniest thing that could happen is Judkins signs on Saturday and breaks a long touchdown week 1. And then everyone's like then everyone's minds break, right? And then they don't put him as the number 1 RB the next week, but everybody drafts him as the number 1 RB the next week. Something like that, like for the Browns, not overall, but for the Browns. That's what I want to happen, but like just for chaos sakes, right? So we got a little bit of a high T start today. We got Christian McCaffrey, Brock Bowers, Kyron Williams, Devontae, Cortland Sutton. The one thing I have been doing today is just taking Darnell Mooney every possible time I can. I think if he's going to play all season, he's like 15 picks undervalued right now. So I've got Sutton, so I'm going to go ahead and smash Rice here. If he signs Saturday, probably right. That's what I know that, but how funny would it be if he signed Saturday? Just like, remember when Baker Mayfield signed on like 2 days before, and then he played for the Rams and then won the game? Might have been against Atlanta. I can't remember, but he had this really good game. I think it was a Thursday night game. Or maybe he signed on Thursday, played on Sunday. But it's basically he signed that week. He started as a quarterback and won the game and had a good game. Like, how funny would it be if Judkins does that same stuff after this absolutely chaotic summer? Nobody can – oh, we got Scotty Knows here. What does Scotty know? We have – Scotty knows Malik Neighbors BTJ is a really good start. I would agree. I would agree with Scotty. I think Scotty does know. Sorry for those who wrote that song, but it seems like Scotty does know. Yeah, so I've been also taking a lot of Rasheed in the 6th. Like, the fact that his price is falling now that it's a 6-game suspension confirmed, like, to me, 6 games confirmed is positive. Yeah, I think I want Jacoby here. And I might, depending on what comes back around, I might just pull up Bo Nix there. I don't have very much Sutton. What in the world did I do? What did I do to mess this up? I don't know. I don't know what I did there. I guess I'm not going to use the tool today. I mostly use it for this part anyway. So Jaylen Warren would be a pick I would like here. And Bo Nix goes. Scotty did know. Scotty knew I wanted Bo Nix. Look at him. Look at Scotty. Scotty knows. Scotty knows I wanted Bo Nix. Hey, if you're just popping in, please smash the like. I appreciate it. All right, yeah, we'll go ahead and take Jaylen Warren. I looked at my exposure today. I'm like 8.7% Warren and like 6.8% Caleb Johnson, and that's basically the only 2 players I'm taking on that offense. So that feels good. That's kind of where I wanted to be. slightly over on Warren, who was going behind Caleb. I do kind of think Caleb is falling too far right now. Like, I don't. The path for Caleb Johnson is the same. Did we ever think that Jalen Warren wasn't going to be named the starter? Like, I mean, I'm not a fan of Caleb Johnson, but as a prospect, but he's great for that system. And Jalen Warren, like, I thought he looked pretty bad in that third preseason game. So, as long as, I mean, he needs to look better the next couple of weeks for sure. All right, so all of those two quarterback options are just gone now, right? Like, so, and I think Brock Purdy just went too. He did not. So we're just gonna pull up Purdy. We're just gonna do a little Brock to McCaffrey stack here. And then hopefully Mooney makes it back around. I've got enough Mooney today that I honestly need to not take anymore. I've just been taking him every single draft after pick 100. Like, if it's after pick 100 on Underdog, I take it. And on DraftKings, if it's after 118, I just take Mooney. What's up, Mufasa? How are we doing today? Are you done drafting, or are you in the frantic mode as everyone else? Oh, and by the way, so the show I told you that Steve and I were going to do, some stuff came up with him. Some stuff came up with Big Disco Energy. I do have my projections for the year on team win-loss record and stuff. I think I'm just going to wait until Friday. I'm off on Friday, so Friday I'm going to, whenever I stream, I'm just going to do it then. And the little contest I was going to do, I'll just keep it open through until Sunday morning. So anybody who wants to go into it will be able to. We'll take Luther Burden here as the bring back on the San Francisco. Setting up, hopefully we can get Geno Smith later. I may do one flock 12 before it closes, but I'm firmly okay. Nice. I did one of the drafters BR style contest earlier. I prefer them because they're deeper. And if you've not done one, I can show them to you. It's the exact best ball lineup. It's 1, 2, 3, 1. But it's only 5-man pods. They have an $11 one, and they have a $3.30 one. The $3.30 one, first place is $1,500, and the $11 one is $4,000. So I'm probably going to play over there, and they give tickets back. So on both of them, at least week one, if you do 10 of them, so like for the $3.30 one, if you do 10 of them, they give you a free ticket too. So you get to do 11 of them for $33. So I'm definitely going to do that. I might do it on both. It's like 80 max or something. One of them's 100 max. The other one's 80 max. So I'm not going to go that deep into it, but you can. That's an option. All right. So I kind of just want to take Naked Herbert here. We'll take Braylon. And if Herbert comes back around, we'll just take him. Herbert's pretty easy to backstack, so I'm fine with it. I don't really want to do it, though, but I do think that with Purdy being my RB or my quarterback one stacked with CMC, I do think I'll need 3 quarterbacks on this team. Chargers listed Najee Harris as full participant today, putting him on track to play Friday. Yeah. Yep. I mean, I can't laugh. Every time I see the word C in a Najee sentence, it just makes me giggle. I think the damage is already done, though. He hasn't practiced the whole time. The team has been playing with Hampton this entire time. As long as Hampton is decent, like it may be a 60-40 split, but it's going to be Hampton's backfield. He's the one that's practiced with them all season. I'm still fine. Like, I'm glad I'm not the only one that's 12 years old or acts like it. Would you play Swift over Hampton or Henderson? I'm not deep enough in those streets right now. So they play. Wait. They play Minnesota. I would probably not play Swift. Henderson plays the Raiders, and I think Henderson's game is probably better suited than Ramonde's game for the Raiders. But I also think that Hampton's just the best player of the three. And I know KC's defense looked really good in the preseason, and the Chargers' offensive line is beat up, but I would definitely start one of the rookies. I don't know which. I would personally start Hampton because I think he's going to see more touches than Henderson. Swift will probably see the most touches out of all of them. But I think I would still start Hampton because I think that I assume that the Chargers will score more against the Chiefs than the Bears score against the Vikings. So do I want to do that? I'm just going to take an XL share here. I don't get to much of him, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Hopefully nobody snags old Gino. If they do, I can just take Adams. I think Herbert's 10 picks mispriced anyway, so getting him 11 after to me is just fine. He's going to have more rushing upside than we think. So, my guy, how we doing, Andre? Everything good? What's your? I'm gonna say KC 26, Chargers 24. I think it'll be a little higher scoring than people think. That's my guess. KC 26, Chargers 24. I guess if we have to, we'll just do those. What do I want here, though? Probably just go ahead and take a tight end. We'll take Jig. He's got the week 16 correlation there. I have all three of them pretty much the same. And if I need to just have Purdy and Herbert, we're fine with it. If Stafford's here, I take Stafford. I don't get Stafford. Sometimes games just don't, or rooms just don't go well. This is a room that didn't go well. The Gino, goes over here. It makes sense though. He has Genty, so I should have honestly just taken Geno there. I thought about it and I was like, I've already got 2 quarterbacks. So that's on me for not taking Geno over XL there. Like I think it's going to be a very close game, and I could see either team win. I in my projection, like for record, I have 3 teams in the AFC West over 10 wins. So or at 10 or higher wins. So I mean, is Rashad right? Like everyone hates this man. Like they just hate him. Um yeah, we'll take Rashad. He's another player I don't understand the pricing on. My my prediction for the Thursday night game isn't anything close to that. My prediction for Thursday is like 33-20 Eagles. I don't think it's going to be super close. I do think there'll be a lot of really big plays. I think the NFL messed up in making that the first game of the year. Like I know they want the Cowboys there, but like you should probably put the best team in the league versus a good team, not a team that wasn't good last year in week 1, if you want the game to be entertaining. So we are going to end up with I guess it's just going to be a 2 quarterback build. That guy's watching, sniping for fun. We'll go ahead and just take KLS, get a stack there. It's fine. And by the way, TMC WLT, if you're watching, please smash the sub. I'd appreciate it. Najee being full participant is crazy. The whole offseason felt like we never got clear answers, and groupthink worry led to a lot of potentially bad picks. Maybe. I still think it's like he's a good pick where he goes as a contingent back. I still think it's going to mostly be Hampton's backfield like the entire season. So I mean, they spent a first-round pick on this guy, and they gave Najee 1.5 guaranteed or something with a 3.5 million. So they basically gave him $5 million, but it was mostly as a signing bonus, if I remember right. Maybe I'm wrong. All right, so you know what? We're just going to take a naked Jackson Dart here. He has a little bit of rushing upside. We're going to take the naked Jackson Dart. We took naked Herbert, so why not do the naked Dart too? I assume somebody on the other side of the board was going to take. Like this guy has 4 quarterbacks. This guy has 3, which 3 is fine. He's got 3 with Jaden. So we got I know who I want my pick to be. We'll take Theo Johnson here at the end. I know it was mostly just to stack that game out a little bit. I know it's 3 tight end with an elite. What am I doing? Probably losing. That's probably what I'm doing. But you know what? We don't want like, what if Brock Bowers is hurt week 15, 16, but plays week 17 is what you need. Maybe you need 2 guys to get you through. That's the story of this team. We'll go through the team real quick. We got sniped all over the place. It's a 3-5-7-3. Brock Purdy, Justin Herbert, Jackson Dart. Brock Purdy stacked up with CMC. Kyron Williams, Jalen Warren, Braylon Allen, Rashad White. That's the oldest, dustiest RB room you're going to see me draft all season. Wide receivers, Devontae Adams, Cortland Sutton, Rashee Rice, Myers, Burton, Leggett, Lambert Smith. Probably not enough there to get Rashee Rice through, but whatever. And then Bowers, Chig, and Theo. So we're stacked out in 2 games. I think it's a thin bet to get through the pod, but it looks good for the playoff stuff if it got there. Not my best team. Not all of them could be winners. Chalk this one up for a sacrifice. All right, so we are going Will Judkins start by week or signed by the start of week 1. 56% says yes, and 44 says no. We will do another poll, and this poll is for the next draft. And answers will be pup or sprint, drafters, superflex, and those are your options. Poll is started. Go ahead and vote. I will leave the poll up for about a minute. I really want to see how Hampton does versus your run defense. Well, our run defense is supposed to be a little worse, or it was supposed to be, but they just sent a 6th-round pick to the Jets for the what's his name? My mind's kind of blank today. I've been sitting here just clicking buttons all day. He's the run stuffer that we had for several years. I'm going to look it up right now. He was like a big part of our Super Bowl runs in the Derek Nottie. The Jets ended up giving him back to us for a 6th-round pick. And if he can fit right in early, I think our run defense will be decent. And Joe Alt's first game as a left tackle, stuff like that. Like, I think Hampton's going to have some flash plays. I do think that the Chargers are going to throw the ball a lot in that game. That's my prediction. Okay, well, voters are out. We only got 7 votes, and 4 of them said drafter superflex. I gave you about a minute. So here we are. We're going to drafters. We're going to see if this can fill. We're entering. We got 9 more. Hopefully 4 of you can join. If it can't fill very quick, like reasonably quick, I'm going to have to go do something else. That's the problem with the Superflex, which this contest, by the way, may overlay as well. Like if you look at all of these on this site, the main's only 106,000. This is still over 2,000 away, and the mini is 11,000. Yeah, it's a little 10,500 away. So, I mean, people voted on the Superflex, but nobody's joining. What's that all about? I do some. I do a lot less now that I'm in 8 redraft leagues, but it's mostly just because it's leagues I've been in before I discovered best ball. I don't really pay that close of attention to them, to be honest with you. So, but I do some of them, and my higher dollar ones, I do well. I'm more into dynasty than redraft. And I kind of like the dynasty. So we're gonna unregister and go do a puppy because that was taking forever to fill. Sorry, everybody. So we will enter the puppy in 10 seconds. What's up, Quill? Welcome back. But yeah, we waiting for 2. But yeah, dynasty, I'm in 3 dynasty leagues I've been in for 12 to 14 years. I started one this year. I started some other ones. I started 2 this year. I started one 3 years ago. And I won 2 of my 8 last year. And the year before, I basically went 2 of 10 or something in most of the redraft leagues. Or most of the dynasty leagues. I do a pretty good job of basically just using my draft picks pretty well. So we got UFC Jaguar at the 6, Aaron Sandy at the 8, Dr. the Professor at the 11. We got the 12. I still like the 12 hole. It does feel a little worse now at the 8th and 9th round, but there are some picks I still don't mind there that the field seems to not like as much. So I think there's some, but the next turn is also pretty bad unless you like Scattaboo. What's up, Greg? Thanks for popping in. We're doing pretty good today. We got 20 likes already. So I'm sorry, everybody. I didn't realize I hadn't moved this back over. But after this one, if you all want, we could do a drafters mini. We could do a sprint. I personally want to get a bunch of sprints in. I might just do a sprint instead. The sprints are filling at a okay rate right now, so I don't think it's going to get full by any means, but yeah. So it also feels like I was doing all those DK drafts on Monday. That had to be the time to draft Monday while everybody was off. I've done some. I done some last night. I done some yesterday morning, or I done some this morning. I did some in the afternoon. The rooms were not near as awesome as it was Saturday or Sunday and Monday. We will take a Puka share with all right. So what in the world? Why did it go all the way down to them? We'll do Puka Amon. I don't take Amon too often. We'll do that. Let me see if that fixes whatever I done. It did not. So there we are. We're going blind, boys. So Puka Nakua, Amon Ra, both week 8 buys. Are you doing? Yes, I'm going to be doing streaming every week. Like Steve and we're going to do a recap show every week on Tuesdays. We're going to go game by game, go over like snap shares, relevant information, stuff like that. Things that we thought we seen. Going to try to actually analyze games a little bit, and basically going to use that as like information for DFS or whatever, or battle royale games, whatever you want to play. And you may just want to listen just to see what I say so you can go against it. Maybe that's the right play. I don't know. We'll find out. I personally think, like, I know a lot of people right now are very high. Multiple people are saying CMC 101 in battle royales right now. Like, he's going to project the best, all that stuff. I think it's Bijan. I'm thinking about making a Bijan 101 stand, but I don't want to do it like 100%. I want it to be like if I take a stand on a player, the most I want to go is 50% for me, which is a huge amount, right? It's like in the drafters. I mean, I guess in drafters it's a 5-man pod, so it'd be more like a 60% stand. It'd be what I'd be willing to do. And I'm not going to do like thousands of dollars every week, so it's no different than doing like a $150 bet or whatever on that player, right? Had your redraft league yesterday and took the Bijan at 101. Quill, you know ball. That's awesome. And I do kind of like taking the elite RBs and home leagues a little more because I feel like I can find wide receiver value in them, and everybody else is going to be taking the dustier running backs when the actual heart of wide receivers out there. Oh, man. We're going to take James Cook and who else do we want? I've started taking a bunch of Tet. I kind of want to slow down a little. I think I'll just take a share of Terry here. We'll do that. Yeah, I love my team. I debated Chase, but I'm happy with your decision. I would probably take Chase myself, but like I do think Bijan is the 102 at RB. And like for redraft, it actually like I think it is closer than best ball. And best ball, I do think that it needs to be Chase. 1,620 drafts on the season is the year the Pilgrims landed in Plymouth with 1,620 entries. Nice. Yeah. So, fun story about the Pilgrims. I actually heard a wild story about the Pilgrims. There was a guy, what was his name? He's like Scott something. It's like a super famous Pilgrim. Not Scotty Pilgrim, like, or Scott Pilgrim versus the World. But so one of my uncles was telling me basically like, so my ancestry goes back to the Mayflower, and the guy that we are actually descended from made it to America twice. Like he made it here. He got he kind of made it as a prisoner somehow, and then went back, and then came back, and he was actually like a gigantic figure in history whenever he came back the second time. I can't remember his name. But I think he got like, they ended up in the in Bermuda at one point or something on the first trip, made it to America, and then got sent back, basically. And then still was like, no, I want to leave, and did. Just a random thing there. But yeah, I've stopped clicking Terry McLaurin a lot. I don't want to be super underweight. Like Terry McLaurin, Garrett Wilson is now a staple in the back half of the fourth round, and I think he's a good pick here. I've hated on him all the time in this round. Like Zay Flowers, I was hating on him forever. I'm at 9.5% right now on Zay Flowers. I went from 2% all the way to 9% because he's just a good click at the 6-7 turn. It's pretty hard to argue about Zay Flowers at the 6-7 turn. Kind of like it's hard to argue that James Conner is just an absolute smash right now. I think I want to do this here. Yeah, we're going to do James Conner and Matthew Golden. I do like, I guess Hunter went. So I was going to say, I do like Hunter a little more, but I did triple by week 8 earlier. It was a lot of fun, actually. It was Genty, Puka, Devontae Adams, and then I went who was the other one? I can't remember who else I took, but it was all a bunch of by week 8s. And by the way, Dirty, yeah, I looked all the way through your exposures. The fading Houston RB fully, that's pretty awesome. Like, the only reason I'm not doing that is because the price is so cheap right now on all of them. Were you in on Mixon though? I did not see Mixon. If you ended with 0% Mixon, like, you're winning, right? Based on the news we hear now. Yeah, let me go turn the music on for you. Let me know if that's too loud or not. I'm kind of spacey today, so I need to make sure you guys have the background music. So Pacheco goes all over the place now. I'm really glad with my slightly overweight bags. Okay, 6%. I'm assuming it was all in the 5th and 6th round. I'm still at like 9% Mixon. And I take him like so little now. I took him once at like 186, like on a team that I had 4 RBs through 5. But it was also a 20-round draft. So, and I had everything else filled out by then. I'm like, I think this is just too good of a price. So let's see what everybody's doing. Dr. the Professor here. Brian Thomas, Jonathan Taylor, Evans, Henderson, Hunter, Flowers. Love that. Aaron Sandy, Nico, Henry, Lamar, Tet, Calvin, Rice. I like that too. You got the Lamar Henry, all the offense. And And then UCF Jaguar, Jefferson, Chase Brown, Hampton, Javonte Williams. No, Jameson, not Javonte. What am I? Told you my mind's gone. Javonte Williams at pick 43. Congratulations, UCF Jaguar. Emeka Egbuka and DeAndre Swift. Tyler Warren. I still have a hard time taking him over TJ Hawkinson, but I do it some just because I have a lot of Hawkinson. I have like 13%. Everybody's building solid. Like this team's almost definitely a Hawkinson team or not. So we will go. I take very little Tracy here, but we're going to take a Tracy share and a Jacoby share, I think. And then that's the second time I've taken Jacoby. Like, I think my first one I took Jacoby. Yeah, I did. And I'm not a Jacoby bull. I just think Jacoby should have been on this side of the board the whole season. Yeah, just like you, a lot of the news in this offseason went pretty poor for me. The only news that didn't go poor for me was the Jaden Reed, Matthew Golden thing, because 1.9% Jaden Reed feels really good right now. Now all I need to do is make sure that it wasn't Wicks and that it's Savion. If it's Savion there, I'm going to feel pretty good about at least that. What's up, Paulino? Thanks for popping in. We tried to do a drafters draft a little bit ago, and the Superflex would not fire. After this draft, I may pop in to do a drafters mini. So let me know, like, because I believe you can only do drafters, correct? So, and there's a couple others in this chat today that can only do drafters. So I think a drafters mini is what's on board for the next one. Usually the third draft, I want 25 likes. We'll get there. We're at 23 already. So, like, and that would put me right about 6 p.m. Central Time. I would be fine with that, stopping there. I kind of want to relax a little bit today. I streamed for like 7 hours yesterday, something like that, between the two channels. So I'm probably I'm going to do a third draft for sure. And I'm definitely going to keep drafting afterwards. But I do want to be able to draft while doing other things. So let's see. Anything crazy happening here? I don't see anything crazy happening here. All right. How much Jordan Love do I have? That's about where I want to be. I think I'm one of the only people out there that thinks that the Packers might have overpaid for Parsons. I know he's one of the best DNs in the league. But I don't know. Done drafting. I'm just gonna degen all the way through, I think. Okay, so we're gonna take Njoku because I think there's a big teardrop after him. And we're going to take Mooney because Mooney is an awesome pick right now. And to bring back Tapuka. So that's what we're going to do. The team right now, We are a 0-3-6-1. We got James Cook, James Conner, Tyrone Tracy. Wide receivers, Puka, Amon-Ra, Terry McLaurin, Matthew Golden, Jacoby Myers, Darnell Mooney. We may just be done at wide receiver. Probably not because of the triple bye week 8, but who knows? Maybe we'll take a 0 that day. And David Njoku. Did you see he may need regular epidurals during the season because of a spine injury? That was yes. Yeah, I've seen that. And something that the Cowboys knew was going on. Like, that was, I'm assuming that's part of the reason they didn't sign him. Like, because the Cowboys, like, yeah, we didn't, because they prescribed something specific. And then they traded him. Like, the Packers can't be happy with the situation. Like, there's no way they're happy with the situation the way it's played out. And and because the Cowboys weren't sure he was going to even play week 1. And some will say that they, like, 2 first-round picks is a steal for a game-changing defensive tackle. And maybe, because Micah Parsons is a top 3 guy. But in the Cowboy situation, like, I mean, I think Jerry knows they're not going to win this year. I don't trust Jerry, but he always paid his stars. So, well, they didn't have money to pay the stars this time. Like, because they've already paid the people that they were going to. Kind of like they paid the offensive players, just like the Bengals. What's up? Yeah, it's a really weird situation. I called it during big board season. Packers will finish. You a Vikings fan, Aaron Sandy? I can't remember. Who do you like? Or are you a Packers fan? Why is Kyler here? You guys don't need Kyler. I've got James Conner. I'll take him here. I knew that, and I forgot it, whatever it was. He wanted to sign, but his feelings got in the way. Stubborn versus senile. All right, so how is Penix gone already? All right, we're going to take Kyler for sure. And then do something else. I don't know. What else are we going to do? It feels really bad. Like, do we just backstack him again? Do we just take... We'll just take the bring back to McLaurin, I guess. This is going to be a 3-quarterback. Maybe this may be the rare 4-quarterback team. Born and raised a Vikings fan over here. I like Zay Jones. I've been taking a lot of Zay Jones on DraftKings because he's not been drafted all offseason, and he's listed as their slot receiver right now. And like the one thing we know is slot receiver is really good for production. And last year before Zay got hurt, he was supposedly cooking in camp, right? So I think it's a really good pick. No, not Milrow. I have enough exposure to Milrow and Superflex that if he does well, I'm covered. I got like 15, 16% of him in that. And I've taken him here and there in other contests. Hollywood Brown fully practiced today, by the way. The only Chief who isn't fully practicing out of the entire squad is Jalen Royals with the knee tendonitis still. We got I like the team though. We got a 1-3-6-2. We got Kyler Murray, James Cook, James Conner, Tyrone Tracy feels pretty solid. Puka, Amon, Terry, Golden, Myers, Darnell Mooney feels really good. And then Njoku and Berg, that also feels good. If Geno makes it back, we'll take him. If Stafford makes it back, we'll take him. If they don't make it back, we'll try to push and see if Flacco comes back around. Or just take somebody naked. Anything's on the table. Yeah, it's I basically took him every time he was available in the 15th round for the first section of it. We'll see how it plays out. A lot of smart people think the Seahawks have one of the best defenses in the league. They were pretty good last year. And their offensive line looks a lot better than I was expecting. So they may actually end up being an okay team. I'm still going to project them to not be above 500, although they were last year. I do think Geno Smith's a better quarterback than Sam Darnold. So both former Jets quarterbacks, right? What could go wrong having a former Jets quarterback? The answer is everything. Everything could go wrong. Absolutely everything. So Wile E. Coyote got me. He put the box out there. He waited until I got close. And he actually hit the Roadrunner. I'm avoiding 49ers and DFS week 1. Yeah, like everybody's wanting to put CMC 101. Like, I think it's a pretty clear take somebody else. Yeah, he's just over here trying to snipe my guys that he has also. No, he's just looking at the board. He's good. We take him. And we'll take Algier. We'll take Flacco if he comes back. Acme, got him. Oh, you're talking about it in DFS. Yeah. Well, I still like Pearsall. Or I liked Pearsall a lot before Jennings was playing. I'm going to move that lineup around, though. Like, for the draft games, though, like, I think Bijan, like, who does the Lions play week 1? I can't remember. Who did the Lions play week 1? They play the Packers, right? Yeah, so, like, I don't love Gibbs week 1 either. And Bijan gets to play the Bucs. Like, how is that not a smash? We assume the Bucs are going to be explosive on offense and that the Falcons defense will be better but not good. Like, and Bijan has 3 players in that offense that produce. It's him, it's London, and it's Mooney. And Mooney didn't practice for the last 1.5 months with a shoulder injury, right? So maybe Mooney's going to be fine. maybe Mooney's going to crush week 1, but my bet is going to be that Bijan is out there week 1 getting something like a 30%, like 30% of all the snaps are going to go to him. Like, or maybe more. Like, the workload is going to be enormous. I can see him getting 30 to 35 touches in that game, something ridiculous. And I think it's one of the few games that profiles as a potential shootout. So for me specifically, I really like Bijan. I mean, those two, I like having those. I like this correlation here. So do we want him? Or do we want this? We are going to do that. So that builds out another game stack. Makes all my stuff look really pretty. Look at all those pretty colors. Look at the pretty colors, everybody. We got a bunch of pretty colors all over. So yeah, we took Jackson Dart, Darius Slayton stack there on the turn. If Theo is available, I'll just take him there. We got the Jacoby Myers bring back. We don't need to because we got Tyron Tracy as well. I forgot about Tracy, but so the Jackson Dart, Darius Slayton, Tyron Tracy with the Jacoby bring back. We have the Puka with Mooney bring back with Stafford at quarterback. We don't have any Bengals. I highly doubt that Chase Brown makes it all the way, or Taj Brooks makes it to us. But if he does, I will take him. Which side? Tootin, Neighbors, A-Chain, Jefferson, Aaron Jones, and Rice. Are you saying you get A-Chain, Jefferson, Tootin and Tootin, Neighbors, and A-Chan, or Jefferson, Jones, and Rice? For Dynasty, I mean, it's side A. If you're trying to win this year, it's side A. If you're trying to win in the future, it still might be side A. Yeah, I think it's just side A. Is a full PPR too? If it's full PPR, it's absolutely side A. Because A-Chain has so much more value there. And yes, Jefferson's a little better than Neighbors. But I think for Dynasty, like, and A-Chan's a lot, like, is better than Rice. Like, I don't know. If you're A-Chan and Rice are basically the same as well when they play. So it's kind of tooting for Aaron Jones. So if you're trying to win this year, I still like side A. Are you 11 hole has a nice squad, says. I believe I'm trying to think that I think that's you. It's been a while since I've drafted with you. Let me know. That is you, correct? I'm just thinking CD, Jefferson, Nico, and Rice. I mean, if you can survive the Rice suspension, it's a really close trade, but it's only for this year because Aaron Jones is almost assuredly retiring after this year, right? So That's kind of what you want to look at is what do you think about that? About him possibly retiring. Yeah, we're going to take Taj, and we're going to go ahead and stack it out. I have a 3-5-7-3. We got a 3-5-7-3 here. Kyler Murray, 32 picks, 33 picks, past ADP. Matthew Stafford, Jackson Dart. We got James Conner, James Cook, Tyrone Tracy, Algier, Taj Brooks, Puka, Amon, Terry, Golden, Myers, Mooney, Slayton. Feels awesome. And Njoku, Ferg, and Theo. I could have added Zay Jones there, but I think the Theo stack is a little better. And Kyler has rushing upside. And I got him at such a value, it doesn't really matter. For those of you who are interested, I'm joining a Bestball Mini on Drafters right now, a $3 Mini on Drafters. I am in the lobby. If you want in, go ahead and join. For those of you who don't know or haven't done one today, Justin Herzig's been in every room, and I'm pretty positive he's autoing off of ranks. CD, Jefferson, Nico, and Rice every week. All right, so I'm going to go look at here we go. I put a pick'em in today. Where is it? For baseball. Because there was a baseball. Okay. No. Did it not go? I don't know. We're waiting on 5, though, for this. Waiting on 5 for Drafters Mini. Anybody who wants in the Drafters Mini, it probably overlays as well for anybody who cares. If you don't have the money to chase the big overlay, chase the small overlay. It might end up filling because people are more likely to spend $450 to just auto these than they are to do that with the main. But yeah, I know I put a pick'em in today because I sent it to Updog earlier. So the pick'em, I don't know anything about baseball, by the way. It's Brian Wu over 33.5 fantasy points, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. to hit a home run, and Wilson Contreras over 6.5 fantasy points. That's what I'm doing, only because there was a boost. And that is it. You listen to Ship Chasing like the rest of us? You talking to me? Yeah, absolutely. And what's up, David? Okay, that's right. David is Dr. the Professor. And while we're waiting, we will go over there and look at his squad. We need 3 more for the Drafters Mini. So Dr. the Professor squad, 2772, Baker, T-Law, Jonathan Taylor with the bring back on Brian Thomas, I assume. Yep. Travion, Bayshaw Tootin, Ollie Gordon, Will Shipley, Keaton Mitchell, DJ Giddens. I like it. I like that quite a bit. That's really well correlated. Brian Thomas, Mike Evans, Travis Hunter. You are fully into 2 games. I like this squad a lot too. Zay Flowers, Rashid Shaheed, Tillman, Tesla, Hawkinson, and Juwan. That's a really good squad. And then Aaron Sandy, Lamar, Drake May, Derrick Henry, Aaron Jones, Javonte Williams, Trey Benson, Najee, Woody, Nico, Tet, Ridley, Rice, Downs, Douglas, Wilson, Lockett, Tucker Kraft, and Mason Taylor. It always feels thin having Mason Taylor as your 2 and stopping, but I do it quite often. Yeah, this is also a really good team. And then we got UCF Jaguar. Still need 2 more, by the way. Yeah, Sam Sherman's awesome. They I don't like a couple of the personalities on ETR as much. Like, so ETR is a better show for knowledge, but it's not as fun. Right? Like that's how I feel. I don't dislike the people in ETR. I just don't think it's as fun of a show. So we got Dak Prescott, Goff, Stroud, a 3-4-8-3. Chase Brown, Hampton, Swift, JCM. That is a scary 4 RB stuff. Is this a mini? Yeah, it's a mini. We need one more for the mini. One more, poker. Jump in, and then smash the like if you don't mind. So UCF Jaguar, his team. We was just going over that. Chase Brown, Hampton, Swift, JCM, wide receivers, Jefferson, JMO. That's like the easiest correlation in the world. And it's probably going to work. Egbuka, Kirk, Horton, Wandale, Diami, Adonai, and Tyler Warren, Brenton Strange, Harold Fannin. So Herzig's been taking Fannin at 190 in every single one of these, because I'm fairly positive he's autoing. Yeah, he's at the 3 hole. So if you want Harold Fannin in this, you have to take him before pick 190. He's been in every room, and he's been taking him around there. I got the 107. Poker's got the 110. I believe that is it. Thanks for popping in. I do think this is going to overlay a little bit. I don't think it's going to have big overlay, but yeah. Just like drafting players, I just watch them all. Yeah. I try to watch all the games. Tango spotted, has been taken out. Dude is the next Conklin. Who are we talking about? Mason Taylor? Okay, yeah. I will have a decent season if that is true. Not a great season, but a decent season. This will be the last draft of the day on stream. I'm tired today for some reason. Very tired. So we got the 107 is the easiest spot to draft from, because there's like a clear seven starters. There are 7 best players. Red Zone on Sundays is the best. I agree. I need to sign up for ESPN again so I can watch the Monday night games. I hate having an ESPN subscription. Hi. All right, CMC, come on down. And time to self-promote a little bit. We got this ADS 827, I think, is also autoing all of them on ranks. So that means there's not going to be any value. Like, these minis have been really dry because everybody is autoing on ranks. And that means that very few, like very, very little value ever goes through. And generally the room, like, you just can't, it takes multiple fallers for you to get one of them, right? So they've not been really fun rooms, but I'm still going to do some. You don't need to get like lucky or get fallers or something like that to really build a good team and have a chance to win it all. What we think the ADP should be is absolutely not the way the season's going to play out. Like, there's no way that we have ADP correct. There's zero way. Yeah, after this, I think tonight I'm going to do a bunch of sprints. If anybody wants to join me in sprints, let me know. I can just join the Who Crew Discord. Did I put that in the descriptions today? I don't think I put that in the descriptions today. I did not. So let me go do that real quick. But just go in there and say something. And as long as I hear it, I will definitely respond. All right, that is updated. If you are not, I would love this, but the auto drafter was going to take them every time. You cannot have fun, but Achane shouldn't be there. Yeah, no, I get that. And it's a lot more fun to do that when it's only a $3 entry too, right? But in full PPR, like, McCaffrey Achane sounds fun, doesn't it? If McCaffrey and Achane are healthy all season, that's 150 receptions. That's 150 points just on reception, not including yards. So that feels very strong. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's what it is. They have to stay healthy, but if they stay healthy, they're probably the right answer, you know? If they don't stay healthy, then it's whatever. The only reason CMC is at 7 is because of injury concern. Most of the reason Achane's at his ADP, mostly because of the offensive line and Tua concern. It's not even Achane's injury risk that people were worried about. It's Tua's injury risk that people are worried about. And whenever that same thing was going on with Puka, others were calling it out, but nobody ever called it out with the Achane stuff, you know? Man, the wide receivers in this round they're just not fun. Yeah. There we go. We're winning 2 positions. That's what we're doing here. And now we just turn on wide receiver. We hit like 8 wide receiver in a row. And then hit a couple tight ends. If there's a big faller RB, we hit that, but we're not going to get fallers in this room. So we're just going to try to kill 2 positions and then find value at wide receiver. Find a good, ping-ponging group of wide receivers. So probably six wide receivers in a row. That would put us to round 9, I think. Yeah. So, by round 9, they already goofed up. Did you? What'd you do? McMillan? How's that a mess up? I like McMillan. Or were you meaning to go McLaurin? Is that what you done? Oh, that's not that big of a deal. Yeah, we'll take Marvin Harrison at pick 42. So like, all that means is that you're at full strength for what? An extra week, and you're a little weaker on a single week. Like, at the position that you're going to draft the most players, I think it makes the most sense to have the it all just depends on how the weeks ping pong and like which players you have with the people with bye weeks 14. Like it can get there just as easy as anything else. I know the math would probably say it's less likely, but less likely doesn't mean it's not possible. And if Neighbors and Tet are the best picks in round 1 and 3, it doesn't matter. You just needed to figure out which guys to take with those two players. So, like, it's more about what picks did you need than it is worrying about the bye weeks. Because if you get the players that you needed, you just need to make sure to be able to kind of cover up their bye a little. I'm a huge Ted guy. I think he's going to be the hog. I like Ted as well. I like him quite a bit. Maybe not as much as you talking about his hog over here, but I don't judge. But I'm not going to talk about his hog. All right, we'll take Devonta Smith. And hopefully Zay Flowers can wrap back around. He probably won't. But we'll go ahead and try it. And yeah, from the side of the board you're on, I do really like the 3 or 4 wide receiver starts and then 2 RBs. Like, it feels very good. Because getting 2 of those really good getting 2 of the elite wide receivers, and I think McConkey could constitute as a elite wide receiver. I think a lot would argue, but we'll find out by the end of the season if I am correct or not. Like, I do think that Ladd will pay off his ADP, is basically what I'm saying. And I think he's going to have more spike weeks than people want to admit. So yeah, we're just shutting off the other positions. I don't understand why Connor is so low. Are people really scared that they're going to actually use yeah. After his bye week, Ladd averaged, I think it was 6.5 receptions a game and 86 yards a game. No, it was 5.5 receptions and 86.5 yards a game with 0.5 touchdown. No, it was 6.5. But it was basically 0.5. Every other team got a touchdown, which puts him at 8 for the season. 86 yards a game, which puts him around 1,400 for this season. And he had it was like 6 receptions a game, something like that, which puts him at over 100, I believe. Like, his numbers came out, it'd be like a 112, 1,400, and 8 is what his numbers came out to. Like, if you extrapolated it, I believe. But it's been since March since I did that. So he's going to steal this value from me again because he's an auto drafter. Actually, he's not, because his clock was back going on. So we do get the Lamar stack there. That feels pretty good. I'm sorry I ever said anything bad about you, ADS. I'm sorry. You are forgiven. Which I didn't say anything bad. I just said you were auto drafting, which is an acceptable thing to do in a $3 tournament. I auto draft the hell out of that Dalmatian, the second one. I mean, Connor may be higher than that week 1, which reminds me, I think I had a lot of Connor in the first quarter and Eliminator. I'm going to look right now. Maybe. Maybe I'm not. Yeah, I had 19% James Conner in that contest. I'll show you my exposures for the first quarter here in a second. Not that you actually care, but you're going to get to see them anyway. So, yeah, we take one of those two formerly injured players, or suspended or injured. All right, so this is my running back exposure for the first quarter. Tank Bigsby, 37%. Pacheco, 23.9%. Eckler, 20%. Connor, 20%. Kenneth Walker, 20%. Chris Rodriguez, 20%. Travion, 20%. Travion plays Carolina week 4. I've basically tried to get him through. Jordan Mason, 20%. Rashad White, 17. Kamara, 17. RJ Harvey, 15. They played the Bengals the last week. Jonathan Taylor, 13. Henry, 13. Bijan, 13. This one hurts. Jalen Coker, 34.8%. All before the news. I was gambling on Mooney, though, and paid that off. I did 47. You did 3 before the contest rules. That's awesome. So, yeah, the Coker news really bit me in that contest, but I think I can survive a 0 in round 14 or 16, 17. I was mostly taking him in round 16, and I mostly took him before the slot news came out. Like, most of those shares were in round 17. So I think I'll be fine, but it sucks because I should have had a big advantage. So Tank Bigsby plays Carolina week 1. I mean, this team is fire. Once I realized you needed to study the early schedule, you surrendered. I didn't study the early schedule. I just used the Bestball overlay to show me the early schedule. Tight ends, Jatavian Sanders, which is a win. The Coker news actually helps that out a lot. Hawkinson was really high because that was before the Thielen trade. And Njoku because he plays the Bengals week 1. McBride has a really, really good early schedule. And the quarterbacks, obviously Drake Mays, the first in every format. Joe Flacco because he plays the Bengals week 1. I love elite quarterback this year, but in this contest, I didn't take that much of it. And now my eliminator stuff is like way, way worse than that. Because I had 24% Rashee Rice in the 3rd round with 50 I think I was 40 drafts in when that was the case. So that didn't go well. So I'm going to take Brock Purdy with my next pick and just be done at that position if he makes it to me. And it was before the Mixon stuff came out too. But I guess this isn't that bad. Scadaboo high, Hunter high, but Pacheco, Gibbs, Pollard, Eckler, Brees does suck. It's not that bad. Not that bad. All right. We get Brock Purdy. So we have Lamar stacked with Zay. We have Brock stacked with CMC and Jennings. I love this team. This is one of my favorite teams. Thanks for popping in, everybody. We're almost at 30 likes. We might get there. I got a bug crawling around on my, like, it keeps flying off. It's a gnat. Keeps flying around my mic. And it's very distracting. So I probably need a running back or tight end. If one of these three tight ends make it back to me, I take them. If not, I probably take an RB. So if first quarter, I lose in the first quarter if Travis Etienne's the guy you need. I made a giant bet on Tank Bigsby being the guy you need and it not being Travis Etienne for week 1 for that contest. So that's the one thing that I need to go right week 1 more than anything else. If it's Travis, if they both get 15 points, I'm still fine. But if Etienne gets 20 points, I'm probably cooked. Well, a couple of them made it back. Man, I get to choose which one I want. If I get to choose, I'll take the guy the Bears spent the 10th overall pick on. What's up, Fantasy Dog? Thanks for popping in. And I do agree, Hartman. I think it's always the right move to bet against Etienne. Yeah, you just have so there's a couple auto drafters in here, so you do have to pay attention and make sure to take them above ADP. Just be aware that there are definitely a couple people auto drafting. So make sure you don't try to push them. But I love my draft. We got Lamar Jackson, Brock Purdy, double anchor RB, CMC, Achane, wide receivers, Marvin Harrison, Devonta Smith, Zay Flowers, Jordan Addison, Juwan Jennings. So we got the double for Purdy. We got Zay with Lamar. Probably going to add on Likely. And then we got Colston Loveland here. I would Herzig's going to take Bashaw Tootin right here. I think it's 123. His rankings has Tootin aggressively ranked. Unless he's actually drafting this one. He might be. No. Jaden Higgins was still there. So I have a chance. To get some Tootin on this team, huh? And with the double anchor like that, this is the perfect team to do that on. But man, Rashad Bateman for the double stack on Lamar, that's too good to pass up. So if Bateman makes it, we do that. If he doesn't make it, we take Tootin. We got what's it going to be play? What's the play, Eddie? Let me know. All right. Made it easy on me. He takes Bateman, so I get Tootin. Tootin might have been the better pick either way, so I want to thank you. Do you see? Yeah, I've seen that. I'm pretty sure Herzig is very high on Tootin as well. Did you see everyone that watches FanSpeak's highest RB is Cam Scadaboo? Do you see that? Our I don't know. I don't think you're as into Scadaboo as the rest of us, but like Meg, Steve, me, Chad Candles, we're all 25% Cam Scadaboo. So, and I was 23% in big board. By the way, everybody, I haven't found the actual answer on this, but I heard that Damian Martinez got cut from the Seattle practice squad today. I'm assuming that's true, and I hope it's true. His best chance to play this year is to not be on that team. I'm going to look it up right now. Damian Martinez will come from this. Okay, so we will do that in a second. Hollywood fully back at practice, by the way. We're going to take Hollywood. We hope. Yeah, I knew you believed in him, but whenever you draft with us every once in a while, it's hard to get some. Fast rookie slappy, Tootin and blue. Got it. As part of a move to make room for new signings, he'd initially been a 7th-round pick. On September 2nd. Yeah, so yeah, I guess that is true. Yeah, Martinez to Houston or Chicago would be absolute fire. Let's beat Liam's numbers. Hit the like. I agree with this guy. This guy. There we go. We got the 30. What's up, Al Boogie? I'm a huge Blue fan. Went to Texas and is on the Cowboys. Classic home team hero. So you are a Dallas fan. Got it. Thanks for. After the stream, I'm going to go pencil in Al Boogie. Like I'm going to sign up for the Herzig thing, and we're going to start with Al Boogie in the lineup. I'm probably going to make sure, like, line of scrimmage is probably going to be in my lineup too. Line of scrimmage is very, very sharp. I mean, I don't know how far your drive is. So next, if I get this channel to being monetized, hold on. So do I? I'll hedge my, like, I have a lot of Connor, so we'll go ahead and do that. A private jet. I flew in a private jet once. My work paid me to go out to Reno for 2 weeks. I signed up to work 84 hours, like 14 straight 12-hour days. That's why they done it. But those paychecks were super nice, I'll tell you that. But I still found time to go play poker. That happened. But no, like next year, I may try to go to Canton for the fantasy football convention thing that they have every year. It's like the middle of, I can't remember when it was. It's like the week before the Hall of Fame game or the week after the Hall of Fame game. So I think it's the week, like a full week before. Like before people actually start getting there for that. But I might try to do that. Like a booth is more expensive than I want it to be. We'll see. But if I get the channel to grow a little bit, it would be good for me to go there to make contacts with other people, like that actually run stuff. Probably. They probably will. I don't even have Cash App, by the way. I've never downloaded it, never worried about it. Is this the right answer? I think that's the right answer, right? I don't like it, but I think it's the right answer. Seeing if I can get a playoff pusher in Dart. Hey, Poker, you do realize there's no poker or there's no playoffs in drafters, right? You do realize it's total points? Because you're saying about a playoff pusher. This is a total points contest. Okay. Just so you know, like I read that and I was confused for a second. I mean, it kind of sounds like it's going to happen sooner than later. Yeah, Best Ball on Call. For those of you who are not, go sub to Best Ball on Call and to Hartman Fantasy Football. Both of them putting out content. Both of them a good watch. Both of them massively support the community. They deserve it. We got I think Woody Marks is my next bet. Or actually, I need Likely. Likely's the play here. I'm here. Did I miss anything? You did. You missed all the drafts. Almost all of them. I'm not planning on doing another one. I may do a long stream tomorrow. We'll decide that tomorrow. But like today, the plans just didn't work out for Big Draft Energy and Steve. So we pushed that back. Not sure why I clicked that button, but we just did it. I'm feeling a little tired today, so this will be the last one. But tomorrow we'll probably go degen mode again. But if you want to be drafting teams tonight, like if you want to do sprints, let me know. I'm definitely going to try to do a bunch of them tonight. I reloaded a little bit, so we're going to do sprints for a while tonight. Like I'm going to try to get like 5 or 6 of them in tonight, and then 6 or 7 throughout the day tomorrow, and 6 or 7 throughout the day. I basically want to get to 50 of them, and I'm at 29. So I need to get 20 or 19 more of them over the next 3 days. I think 50 is a good rate. It's going to overlap. Where's it at now? It's still not 6. It's 59.7%. And for everybody who said BBM would be closed by tonight, it's still not even 96%. I mean, this is a very thin RB room, but man, if it hits, it is super nice. So those two guys have really late bye weeks. I'll take Tajay Spears here. We're just playing that these two are everything for the first 4 weeks. Yeah, there's zero chance I can attack all the overlay. Absolutely not. Next year, I've decided I'm going to play my bankroll a lot different. I mean, I did this year, and I like the way I played my bankroll this year. But I'm definitely going to, mostly just attack puppies and stuff on stream, probably. Or whatever lower dollar contests are out there throughout the summer on stream, and barbell a lot more, not draft all day on days that I basically not draft all day every day all summer. Basically just go super degen mode for the last month and a half. The first month, probably go degen, then take 3-4 weeks to where I'm just kind of chill, and then hit it hard as training camp. Basically before the schedule releases, right after the draft, until about 2 weeks after the schedule releases, I'll draft like crazy. And then I'll probably flatten out. I'll still draft daily, but I think I'm gonna not draft all day during those contests, unless they're unless it's time box stuff. And I'm probably gonna hit those time box stuff a lot more into slows as well. That way I can avoid more the mix-in situations and stuff. And the rooms at the end of the year have just felt so much better. They really have. All right, so I about took Kendre Miller with the last pick. So we're going to go Kendre Miller and be done. Yeah, and if I bink something and I'm going to max BBM next year, if that happens, I will probably I'm definitely going to barbell it. Absolutely. I'll probably do not a full barbell, not a 50 and then 50 throughout the summer and then 50 at the end. But I think I want 70 of them for August. I enjoyed the long player take and team take discussions like you and Hartman had over chain smoking drafts. I enjoy doing those more too. And that's what Steve and I are starting. We're going to start doing that a lot more. Martinez might be a super head case. He did go to the University of Miami. Facts. I just wish we heard something about the head case stuff, way before we did. Why couldn't we have heard about it beforehand? Yeah, I still think having max info and draft. Yeah. Well, not only that, but that's true. But the more casual drafters come in and you get some wild it can be more frustrating. But you also can build teams that you could have never built without drafting late, too. Yeah, me too. He ain't good at X's and Do's. And yeah, I mean, the max info thing definitely is an advantage. I do think that, like, and with the way that this summer specifically played out, did something happen to Kincaid? Is he streaming right now? Is Liam streaming? I mean, if Liam's streaming, as soon as this draft's over, I'll be over into his chat. Is he happy or not happy about it? Heard he going crazy? I don't know. Let's just Google. Let's just type in Dalton Kincaid into Twitter. See what comes up. Oh, he fully practiced today? I mean, I'm at like 6% Kincaid. I think he's a buy where he goes. I just generally am trying to catch up at running back or receiver at that point. Tyler Higbee on this team is really, really good. Hopefully I can land Higbee. I don't think he is terrible. I think Josh Allen actually missed him on a couple touchdown passes that would have massively changed his stat line last year. And it was Josh Allen that missed the things. It wasn't his fault. He ran everything correctly or on those plays. And if you add 2 touchdowns to his, that's still not good. That's still a major bust. But he was also hurt. Oh, news is that he won't have an expanded role. Oh, nice. I mean, we expected that, right? All right, so I have Addison and Ayuk and Jennings. So, I do want to try to make sure I have something for the early part of the season here. That's why I took Miami. I might take this guy right here, Olamide Zaccheaus. Or I could just take my boy. I think we take my boy. What do you guys think? I think we take my boy. He's going to have a role early. We're taking my boy. So here's the team. We got a 2-6-9-3. We got Lamar Jackson. We got Brock Purdy. We got him super stacked. Christian McCaffrey, Devon Achane, double hero, Vashal Tutin, Trey Benson, Tajay Spears, Kendre Miller. Hit wide receiver hard after that. Marvin Harrison, Devonta Smith, Zay Flowers, Jordan Addison, Juwan Jennings, Hollywood Brown, Brandon Ayuk at 160, Diami, Turpin, tight ends, Loveland, Likely, and Higbee. We got a rookie who should be dominant down the stretch. Higbee to get us there, and Likely in there mixed in for spike weeks. My final pick is going to be personal scouting. Let's look at what Poker Guts did. I like that last pick. If Godwin misses 6 to 8 games, he's the start. He's that starting role. 3-7-7-3. Penix, Bryce Young, Jackson Dart, running backs. R.J. Harvey, James Conner, Jordan Mason. That's a very good base. And then some upside with Blue, Robinson, Giddens. Brashard Smith is a very good, he's such a big upside swing on this side. And then Malik, McConkey, Tet, Devontae, Darnell, Wandell, and Tez. Like I think Tez Johnson is a good last round pick in this contest, for sure. Tyler Warren, Mason Taylor, and Theo Johnson. Yeah, I like it. You must like the way I draft. It's okay. I'm flattered. Oh, did we did the same thing, didn't we? Because bam, bam. And then you made a U-turn on me right here. But I was like, here we go. So he's got a 3.683. Josh Allen, Dak Prescott, Tyler Shough. Running backs, Josh Jacobs, Jahmyr Gibbs. He got a much better third running back than I did. Cam Scatteraboo, Ray Davis, Rico, Taj Brooks. Wide receivers, J-Mo Igbuka, Rome, Keon, Rashid Shaheed, Thielen, Slayton, Noel, all plays. Jake Ferguson, Kincaid, Juwan Johnson. Yeah, I think I like the way that draft looks, sir. I will be back tomorrow at 4 p.m. Central. I assume Big Draft Energy is live right now. If you are not subscribed to him, go find Big Draft Energy, subscribe to him. I will see everybody later. Peace.